After being called into the school, Mickey is informed by Principal Gibbons that Ben was caught stealing a golden apple from a teacher by a fellow student, but he insists he didn't do it. On the way out, a police officer lets Ben sit in the patrol car and play with the siren while Mickey takes playful jabs at the man in blue. Once home, Mickey complains to Chip about the amount of cops at his school, who responds saying they were there because he snitched on a classmate who had fireworks and drugs in his locker for a party that was happening later in the week after the school's formal. This was all part of Chip's master plan to be crowned formal prince so he could be paired with the girl he was interested in, who was a shoo-in for princess. Struggling with her dance moves, Sabrina embarrasses herself in front of Mickey while practicing in the privacy of her own room. Afterwards, Mickey suggests she ask Jimmy for help since his mom was a choreographer for the Ice Capades once upon a time. While doing laundry, Alba discovers the golden apple and teams up with Mickey to figure out why Ben had lied to her. Coaxing Ben with a delicious-looking chocolate cake, the two are astonished to see him lie right to their faces, even going as far as swearing on Mickey's life that he didn't steal the apple. In order to do something unexpected, Sabrina begrudgingly enlists the help of Jimmy in getting some much-needed rhythm in her. Meeting the next morning at what appeared to be a storage unit, Jimmy teaches Sabrina to channel her anger and she learns to dance like a pro. After being informed that a classmate was recently in a terrible accident, Chip becomes worried that his fellow student will get the sympathy vote. Unable to deal with the fact he might not be the one paired with his crush, he plots a way to make sure that doesn't happen. Eventually Alba and Mickey trick Ben into telling the truth about the apple and he completely opens up to all the lies he has told them in the past. Pressing further, they discover he had stolen the backpack full of drugs and fireworks from the police officer's car at his school, and even stole a gun from him. While figuring out what to do with it, Mickey accidentally shoots herself in the leg. Quickly hiding the gun from sight, Mickey tries her best to act normal as Chip comes in to say goodbye as he heads to the formal. While in the room with them, he reveals he will be planting a backpack full of forged ballots on the classmate he fears will be crowned prince. Once gone, Mickey acts fast, planning on disposing of the backpack full of contraband items. After discovering Chip took the wrong bag, she limps after him with Ben in tow since Alba passed out while trying to tie a makeshift tourniquet around Mickey's leg. Jimmy, deciding to check in on Sabrina before the dance, finds her room is empty. On his way out he notices a flyer on her dresser for an amateur night at Chip's real dad's strip club and fears for the worst. At the formal, Mickey manages to wrestle the bag out of Chip's hands but Principal Gibbons finds it left on the floor. Thinking on his feet, Ben grabs the apple out of the bag and admits he stole it. Mad that he wasn't able to plant the evidence in time, Chip throws a fit before he is announced formal prince, but is sad to discover his crush wasn't crowned princess. Getting to the strip club moments before she hits the stage, Jimmy begs Sabrina not to dance. But as he begs, it is announced the winner of amateur night will win $2,500, and Jimmy quickly changes his mind and cheers her on. After winning the competition, Sabrina thanks Jimmy for all his help and gives him a cut of her winnings. Over breakfast the next morning everyone is aloof about what they did the night before. In the awkward silence, Ben drops the golden apple, which he had stolen back. Mickey responds to this by telling him to stop lying to her, and in the future if he wants something, she will steal it for him. So what did you think of this week's episode? Happy to see Chip crowned formal prince without having to rig it? Surprised to see Sabrina showing an interest in stripping? What do you want to see next week on the season finale? Let us know in the comments below.